We were watching the news right before we went on the air, and they're talking about the 3 stormtroopers that died in Oklahoma, I guess.
Storm chasers. Not stormtroopers.
Not stormtroopers. Jesus, storm chasers. Sorry. Yes. And they were trying to call them scientists.
That's bullshit.
They're not scientists. They collect data, and I guess they're scientific in a way. But they were talking about these guys that they were scientists, and it's too bad. And they're surprised that such an expert of what he had 20 years experience.
20 years in.
And a few of the other guys, we lost 3, died.
Yeah.
And we're yelling at the TV. We're like, no, they're thrill seekers, and they're trying to get that video that we all love watching of this fucking monster. And we called it a sky monster a long time ago. These are monsters from the sky.
It's a monster. If there wasn't such things as tornadoes, let's say tornadoes never existed,
right?
And you made a movie about a tornado,
right?
You'd be like, holy fuck, that is the sickest monster I've ever seen in my life.
Sure.
It's just a wind monster that comes along and scoops you up.
Well, that's why it's tough to believe in the Bible, because back then, I bet you they called those things monsters.
They were wind monsters.
God's monsters.
Sun monsters, rain monsters, all kinds of monsters. That's
wind monsters, everything was a monster.
The Lord putteth upon thee. And you're like, no, it's a fucking rainstorm.
Right.
The fuck, it was lightning. Lightning struck somebody. And the Lord smited him with fucking lightning.
That was a wind monster.
Don't worry about it. It's lightning. It's fine.
But they're trying to say that their main job is to collect data, and they're scientists.
And they're trying to help people by collecting. They're putting themselves in danger to help humanity by collecting. No.
Some of that is true, but a very small part of it. Their main reason to go out there and chase these fucking monsters is to get the cool video that could be on every news channel.
Much like our own.
And all over YouTube.
Greg Opie Hughes.
Thank you.
They're looking for the viral video out there in the fucking tornado.
All right, well.
What
I failed.
Why?
Maybe I can move to Oklahoma.
You go to Oklahoma. You are set.
Maybe I could do that. I did capture a lightning strike on the Hudson River once. That was pretty impressive.
That was pretty cool.
All right, thanks. Yeah, but you're right.
They're going for the big video that the news is going to pick up.
Yeah.
What did he invent? They said he invented something like
Dorothy.
Some kind of cone or whatever that let him film from inside the
well, no, what happened?
Storm?
What happened was with this storm chasing, they all started in a van or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't good enough because they're thinking we got to get even closer.
Yeah.
So now a lot of these guys are riding around in tanks.
Yeah, they're taking these giant vehicles that they build,
extremely heavy vehicles that could withstand shit hitting it.
Yeah.
They were described as tanks on TV.
Yep.
Why? Because they want even cooler video. And they are collecting some of the data, and of course that's useful to a point. But to call these guys scientists and they were doing it just in the name of science, it's bullshit. They were thrill seekers first.
They want that big fucking video. And like you said, the closer you get to it, the better the fucking video is going to be.
Right.
But you can't get close without get blown away. So they go, let's get a super vehicle, some kind of thing that's engineered to take a tornado. And then they drive pretty close to these fucking things.
Or right through it sometimes, depending on the size and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they were also explaining that this storm chasing was something that only a few people used to do. But now it is such a hot phenomenon that when these tornadoes hit, the roads are really crowded because everyone is now chasing the storm.
With video cameras.
And they said some of these, the guys that are more experienced than others, they see families out there chasing the storms. It's become a family thing.
What they said the truck was mangled too, like whatever they were driving. Were they in the car when they got killed?
Have you seen any of these videos of guys that did survive? There's one video. It looks right out of the movie Twister.
Yeah, of the one that killed
There's
these guys.
Shit flying across the road, and they're getting hit with large objects.
Yeah, big like
their windshields are getting fucking shattered. Oh my god!
Houses are coming apart on the side of the road, and it's launching debris into the road, and they're driving because they're trying to get away, and shit is hitting their vehicle.
Right.
As they're trying to drive around pieces of houses.
Are these storm chasers or just regular people?
Storm chasers.
Storm chasers, right.
Oh, that's not it.
We just lost power right there. You saw the lights go out.
It's too small. I can't. It's too small. I need big.
That's
bigger.
Right over here on the west side of Tinker.
What is it? This is just helicopter shit, which is cool, too.
Helicopter guys are fucking crazy out in that weather.
You'd be so amazed at how far away they are from that.
Oh.
If they zoomed all the way out, you'd see that they are so fucking far. Those cameras are amazing.
I was reading some of his posts, and he was
It's
saying
that car
he just got too
that they
close
got
to the
video
store.
from,
He says it threw him
rolling.
about 200 feet while they were in this car.
Wait, are those guys alive?
Yeah.
His hands were gashed.
They're the Weather
but he
Channel
made
guys.
it out
The
alive.
Weather Channel guys went for a roll?
Yeah, they have a car that actually says Tornado Hunt 2013,
Right.
and they drive around and they got fucked.
Anyway, I mean, we're talking, real scientists aren't in a vehicle called Tornado Hunt 2013.
No, they're in a fucking van blasting out some Van Halen music.
Bad Van Halen.
There it is.
Oh, here. Okay, here's the video. Look at this.
Wow, this is the real video.
Yeah, this is the one that went viral. Just shit flying all over the place. You see the car that went flying by on the left?
Wow.
Bouncing?
They're just getting pummeled with pieces of houses.
So drive with Kenny because he never uses the wipers properly.
Right, look at this. Look at this huge object.
Oops.
Boom. Right into
That
the
thing
car.
busted their windshield up.
I think that was the one that stopped them, right?
Yeah.
Or did they get going
They
again?
keep
What is that, a
going.
tree? It's
A
like,
huge tree.
Yeah. It was a mangled, twisted tree.
Right.
And,
wow,
a little
wait.
slow motion, right?
I think so. Bam.
Oh.
Oh, that's the shit hitting the windshield, shattering it.
Like, I could literally go right through and kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. But it's reinforced windshields. It's all sorts of shit now.
Oh, that's not a regular windshield?
I'm not
That
sure
is,
on this
yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was just like someone's...
Just someone's car? Okay.
Yeah, they
Just bouncing off stuff.
they went out there with, regular vehicles.
Oh,
This
okay. This is the one I was
hilarious.
asking you about. This guy is scared shitless.
No, don't turn now! Go down! Fred, if you don't go south, we're gonna die! Go, Fred, go!
He's freaking out.
Yeah.
Just go, don't get around him, man!
He's a complete freak out mode.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, we fucked this up.
Yes! It's RFB! Just go! Yes! Just drive down!
Oh, he's yelling at the guy.
Yeah.
It's RFB, you're fine. That's fine, dude, just go!
Dusty's driving.
Dusty.
Dusty. The Extreme.
Is that a good movie?
The Extreme knows.
He puts his seatbelt on finally.
Yeah.
You're fine. Move! Take him!
Oh, she's like Jake LaMotta's wife. She's cowering.
He is cowering.
You're good?
Wow.
That's where his wiper came off, his wiper blade.
Holy
He's just
fuck.
like, that fucking guy
that
was
wild?
petrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be scary. You're a big wind monster.
So it sucks those guys lost their lives, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think they were thrill seekers first.
That was a guy,
Scientist,
20
maybe
years.
second.
20 years of experience. What the fuck's his name? And his son. It was him and his son that got
And
killed.
another guy, right?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Samaras and son Paul and their helper Carl Young.
Man.
They fucked up. Yeah. It's like in Twister, the guys that drove the black SUVs.
Right.
You got too close. They didn't listen to the Extreme. You got sucked up in the fucking tornado.
Is that what they were called? The Extreme?
No, that was Bill Paxton's nickname. Bill Paxton's nickname was the Extreme.
Knocking over semis.
Do you know the Extreme once just stood out there in front of a tornado?
Yeah.
With a bottle, naked, with a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Right.
And he was drinking it.
Yeah.
And he fucking cursed at the
embarrassed.
tornado.
I'm really embarrassed.
He threw the bottle of Jack Daniels at the
What?
tornado. You know, it never hit the ground.
Really?
He was that close. He was able to throw it into the tornado.
Wow, that's
Just
crazy.
naked, drinking some Jack.
Oh, drinking some Jack.
Dude, he's the Extreme.
Was that
It's
Philip?
the Extreme.
So
Was that Philip
embarrassed.
Seymour Hoffman
He's
before he went
dusty.
into rehab?
I know, right? Yeah.
His fucking 10-day heroin addiction.
What?
It was a 10-day heroin addiction.
He went to heroin.
No, it was a week. It was a week-long heroin or whatever. 10-day heroin addiction.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
She'll get you quick, huh?
Yeah.
I know one of the joints where he would hang and drink, and
Yeah?
everyone would just leave him alone. Yeah, cool steak place.
A
He
fucking
would just sit at that bar.
shooting gallery? Was it a shooting
No,
gallery?
Yeah.
no. I didn't know. I didn't know he did heroin for a week to 10 days.
Yeah, it was a very short one. I think he just said enough.
Anyway, it sucks. Those tornadoes were crazy. I was watching the footage on Friday.
Yeah.
And everyone was stuck on the highway with the tornado coming.
Imagine that.
That's
You're
like
stuck
a disaster
in a fucking
movie.
traffic jam.
Because everyone said, "Fuck this, we're getting out of here."
Yeah.
And they said that was the worst move. But after what happened in Moore, Oklahoma. They're like, we're not taking a chance. We're getting out of here. So it clogged up all the highways.
And they get stuck out in the open in a road.
Right.
Surrounded by other cars. Great.
Right. Just bumper to bumper. And now you got a tornado that's going to sweep across some of these roadways, which that's exactly what happened.
Boy, cars, no fucking problem for tornadoes.
No.
Man, they just see those piles of cars just stacked up.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's
I don't understand why they can't build like shelters in Oklahoma. They say it's really expensive.
Don't they have some shelters?
Plus, it probably happens so fast, there's probably no time to get to them. It's probably one of those things where you have 20 minutes notice.
That's plenty of time to get into, some kind of shelter that you have in your backyard.
A good notice is 15 minutes, they say.
Right.
Oh, really?
That's pretty good. But usually it's 10 or even less.
But why is it so expensive to build the shelters?
I don't know. I guess, you can't just plop it somewhere. You need the land. And it's got to be built nice and strong.
Right.
If you could build a public shelter, there's got to be room for a lot of fucking people.
Right.
I would assume it's probably.
Yeah, but public shelters don't seem too safe.
I don't know.
It seems too safe and more.
It seems like if you could get into a basement of a pretty good structure, you're all right.
Right.
For the most part, buildings, things like that.
But why can't they just have nice basements? Nice, strong basements in Oklahoma.
I don't know. A lot of these places are in these little podunk towns that don't look like a lot of money pouring into that town. But it's not like they buy a house with giant basements and shit like that. There's these flat fucking bottom houses with a root cellar. And these people are busted.
The answer is coming in because they keep saying how it's just expensive.
Yeah.
I want to know why it's so expensive when you know this shit's going to happen every year.
That's a crazy place to live, but then they wouldn't want to be where there's hurricanes and earthquakes. Right. Everyone, trades off. Where do you want to live? And what do you want to fucking deal with?
You want home invasions or do you want tornadoes?
Yeah.
Everyone has their shit.
Yeah,
New York City, we had 25 shootings over the weekend.
Amazing. I don't know how that happens.
25 shootings over the weekend.
Just legal gun owners shooting each other like that is crazy over the weekend.
That's not what it is.
Do you know every single gun that was used was legally owned by someone?
Wow.
And all of them only had 7 rounds in the magazine because that's all that's allowed now with the new laws that passed.
Wow.
It's quite amazing.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, totally unbelievable.
25 shootings. How many dead?
6 dead. One 11-year-old girl paralyzed
from the neck down. Right.
Yeah. And again, I would like an ethnic fucking reading on all of the people that did the shootings and were shot, because I will guarantee you there is a way disproportionate level of minorities that were shooting each other, because there is a fucking problem that no one wants to address. Thank you. I won't get into it, but it's the truth. Who's that guy? Sam Roberts.
Anthony's talking to a mirror.
I'm mental.
By the way, before we officially move on from the tornadoes for now, it's so expensive to build a shelter because the ground is so solid, it's hard to dig up in that area.
What?
I guess.
Stop it.
I don't know.
There's bulldozers and
but that's probably what makes it expensive.
Oh,
you got to bring in the heavy shit, right?
What would they use? Hand shovels?
I don't know.
Like if you're building something in oatmeal or cement,
right?
Bulldozers.
Well, that's why I'm confused by that, because they keep saying it's expensive. What's the reason? Not everyone has hard ground.
Is a moron.
I don't know if he's a.
I say moron because when you're building something, if you're building a public shelter.
Kevin,
you're an idiot.
What's up?
You're a moron. The hard ground.
You call me a moron. Look, have your idiot bitch there. Look up all the.
Why are you getting mad at me?
That would be you, Sam. That would be you, Sam.
Call you a moron.
Let the record show that's you.
Look it up, idiot bitch.
You think?
And I guarantee you, that's why it says it, bro.
Hard ground.
Yeah, it's almost like limestone. It's like rock.
Oh,
the whole area is rock?
Yeah, it's the ground is so hard, it's like rock. That's why it's so expensive.
So why did the tornadoes?
just-
Why did the tornadoes pick that area?
You have to get demolition teams in to drill holes, dynamite. All
right.
Dynamite. It's really the only place on the earth.
On the computer, it'll say it.
All right. All right.
It's the only place on earth that gets tornadoes like that.
I know.
Like there are other places that'll get like an occasional tornado and stuff, but that place of the Midwest on the entire planet is the only place that's set up for that type of weather.
Oh, I always thought like tornadoes happen elsewhere as well, like in the province of
Changhua province in the Qingchang Valley of Huangchua.
I just assumed on the other side of the world has a lot of the same shit we have. We just don't give a fuck about them.
It's the weather systems, the way they get
doesn't get the tornadoes?
No, the warmer air from the Gulf.
Yeah.
The colder Canadian air, when they collide, the openness between the Rockies and like the Appalachians, you get that very flat kind of land like that. It's perfect.
It's the bottom of the
these
scoop. Monsters.
Yeah.
It's the bottom of the scoop.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
I did not know that until today, that's the only area on the entire planet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I saw a tornado once, but I was never actually in one. But I did see one.
No, you didn't. All right, let's move on.
No. My brother was in one once when he was at Fort Sill.
Really?
In Oklahoma, I think. And, he said it was just insane.
I can't even imagine.
Most frightening sound ever, and just, like, it got ridiculous dark out.
At least a hurricane, you have to wait, 5 days for it to hit?
You get a pretty good notice with a hurricane. They'll track that fucking thing.
You got plenty of time.
Tornadoes, like, all of a sudden, the sun's out, and then 10 minutes later, your house is flying away.
Right.
That's
got to be scary.
Crazy.
It's all fuck.
This was a Cat 4? Was this a 4?
I think so.
Well, the one in Moore leaned toward a 5, right?
Yeah.
4 to 5.
I'm not sure what this was.
I don't know. I'm
3.
losing track. There's been so many. And supposedly there were more overnight. I don't know.
Have the global warming people come in yet and said the reason that we're getting this?
They sure have.
Meanwhile, if you look back in history, it goes in waves. It's very cyclic as far as tornadoes and their ferocity over the years. But they'll be like, see, it's because of global warming.
I'm not really sure what to believe, for the record.
For the record.
I'm really not totally sure what to believe on that one. Weather Channel said it cost $2,500 to do a storm shelter.
The problem is not
much.
that the soil is
that's
hard.
not much.
Oh, now
you deal with the hate.
Hey, it's, maybe for you. Shut it.
You deal with the hate. It's a lot of money for a lot of people, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, Sam.
It appears that the problem is not that the ground is hard. Because that would probably be okay
Are you hard?
structurally. Right now, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Actually, I'm getting hard because
You're
that
getting
guy
hard?
called me a bitch idiot, and he was wrong.
He was. He said,
Whatever.
get you bitch idiot.
But he said it's because like it says here a lot of the earth is clay, not soil.
Huh?
So structurally, it doesn't absorb, weather and all that stuff. So it's bad. You can't build the same structures in clay that you can build in soil.
A lot of people saying the guy who said the ground is too hard is an asshole. I just want the record to show that.
Right.
And another listener that might have been wrong, by the way. Might have been wrong.
I love it. I love how they go after
It's
each
become
other.
a nice pleasure.
Great.
The wrong listener.
That last guy that called, he's a fucking asshole. All right. It happens every time like clockwork.
Every time.
Every time.